If you get that, you can write in cursive.
Nice.
Welcome to amorephillyunion, or even when the stakes have never been higher, we just have to ask, where's the beef? We are your hosts. I'm C.
I'm E.
I'm Paul, and thank you to the Union social media team. That was great.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, those guys are on fire sometimes.
Keep it up. Keep it
Yeah.
up.
Yep. Still doing the good work there.
And the where's the beef reference is such a sociological strata line where like one side people totally know what we're saying, the other side they're like, I don't know.
If you get that, you can write in cursive.
Nice.
That's the best way to say it.
So jumping right in, because yet another busy week at good old Montreal Union headquarters. Let's talk briefly about the Open Cup that wasn't.
Mhm.
So that was supposed to be the first round of Red Bull action on
Yeah, I got
Wednesday.
all the way down to the stadium.
Yeah.
We were walking in, and people started walking out. And then we heard, yeah,
This
there
is
was
a
a severe weather warning just after they finished. I think they actually finished the anthem or
Oh, really?
warm-ups.
I mean, because I saw the lineup was out, but and we were all signed up with our Paramount Plus
I know, right?
intro.
Oh
Ready to
man, now
go.
you might actually have to pay for it.
And a
It's two
Paramount
months. It's 2 months. We're good. For a little bit
Paramount
at
Plus
least.
and the soccer gods have united to like
I know.
totally rope in a bunch of new subscribers.
And get another streaming service that we don't need. Um, but so what I was
It
curious,
was
Paul, why did
bad.
you decide not to stay, or was it just obvious from the radar and everything that it
Well, we
wasn't
did
gonna?
stay. So we
Oh, you
drove
did?
down there. We got to the parking lot. We got parked. We were walking our way in. And like I said, people were starting to walk out.
Right.
And so one of them showed us actually, they took a picture on their phones, showing that
Right.
the severe weather warning sign was on the thing
Uh,
and that they would, everybody should seek shelter under the concourse. And then I
mm,
guess there was something in there about where they basically had to wait for a half an hour after the last near lightning strike
Mhm.
before they
right.
could restart the game.
Hmm.
So this was Nate's birthday present. We were going to be sitting in the Sons of Ben section. We were all excited about it, but we went back to the car and we figured, well, let's just wait for a half hour, 45 minutes. And then we got close to the end of that time, and that's when the rain really started hitting that area. And we were
Okay.
watching the storm tracker, and it just showed it was just going to get worse and worse. So we're like, well, I guess we'll head home. And so he was checking social media on the drive back, and pretty much 10 minutes or so after we got home, they called it.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's not
I
like
have.
we left immediately. We did wait about
Okay.
about about 40 minutes or so after the
Yeah.
game was
Gotcha.
supposed
Yeah.
to start.
Yeah. Twitter, as much as I hate to promote that as a particularly good resource, they seem to update that the fastest. I mean, they get to
Hmm.
all of them eventually, but yeah. So unfortunately for Paul, it was rescheduled to August 13th.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with that because we're gonna be away that week, and we're not gonna be able to make use of the tickets, so I'm gonna see if we can exchange them for another game. I just know Nate really loves sitting in the Sons of Ben section for the Red Bull games,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
he enjoys that. Well, to be honest, for most recently, a lot of shared joy in that
Hmm.
section
Yeah.
because the Union have been
Yeah.
doing very well against Red Bull.
Yeah.
All right.
And so while we didn't get to see the U.S. Open Cup quarterfinal, we did get back down there for the game on Saturday.
Oh, you guys were at the game on Saturday.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
we were in our normal seats there around
Okay.
midfield, and we actually showed up real early for that game, which was kind of nice, not to rush down there. We got some. We had debated going to the Sons of Ben tailgate, but we decided just to get some stuff in the stadium. We went by the store. It was nice to kill some time and just enjoy watching the warm-ups and seeing the guys on the field, trying to get a feel for what the lineup was going to be like before they were out there. It was a little sad not to see Aura even warming up out there, but I guess he's still
Mm,
in recovery mode. But
Yeah.
everybody else was out there. It was great to see who they pair him up with, and you know, yeah, it was, who Bedoya's warming up with, what some of the long passes that they make there, like I don't know who they sold their soul to, but that's pretty amazing when those guys decide to actually just try to out accuracy each other. It's a lot of fun to
Yeah.
watch.
yeah, for sure.
So,
Um,
so now you're
so
saying this, I'm remembering like, yeah, I was texting with you. You sent a picture from the seats. So anyway, I'm with you now.
eh, well, we didn't watch it live, so I
Oh,
think
maybe
that's why you're
that's yeah,
thrown.
that's right.
But yeah, so the lineup we had Quinn, Harriel, and Baribo back, and we would have had them back for the Wednesday game as well. They did manage to put out the lineup before the game was postponed, but so that was nice to see. Um,
Absolutely.
Yes.
pretty much everybody back except Fura.
To
Um,
paraphrase Scoops, it's nice to have our guys back.
yeah,
It
exactly.
was interesting that Westfield didn't get the start. So, I
Mhm.
mean, don't get me wrong. I do think Harriel is overall a stronger player, but Westfield had just been in pen in that right back position on the starting lineup for so long that I kind of expected to see him out there. I mean, I didn't mind seeing Harriel. Harriel's really good.
Hmm.
I think it really just shows the quality of athlete that Harriel is, that even later on when Westfield did come on, Harriel stayed on the field and just moved into midfield.
No.
So yeah, it shows a lot of trust from Carnell for Harriel. But yeah, it was that was a little bit of a surprise to me from the lineup point of view. Although with the way Macanya has been playing, it's not like I would have seen them sub out Macanya for Harriel there. So yeah, you got to put the players that are performing on the field.
As
And
long
so
as
it
he
was
keeps
good.
his nose clean, I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, right, right. Yeah. The anger management or
Yeah.
yeah. It was nice
Reserve
seeing
the professional fouls until you really need them.
yeah.
Yep.
It was also nice seeing Baribo start. It
Hmm.
feels like
Yeah.
it's been forever since I've seen him start a game. So
He looked thrilled to be there too, so
yeah.
that was great. But
And then our favorite buddy cop show was right in the midfield with Lukic and Danley. So that was I was happy to see that.
that's your guys for sure. Maybe your favorite of the season, but
Gonna have to like cut some footage of those two guys playing to the Sabotage uh soundtrack of Sabotage. Beastie Boys
Oh,
had it.
and those guys, every time you see that video, like it just screams 70s cop show with that mustache. And I would assume then Vasilev would also have to be in that
Oh yeah, he'd be
union.
Cochise.
Exactly.
oh
Oh,
my
geez.
God.
Nice. Again,
Yeah,
references that only people of a certain age would get.
yeah.
Yep.
I can write with the in cursive.
Yep.
Kids, if you've never seen the video for Sabotage, go watch it.
Yeah.
Spike
Yeah,
Jones did amazing stuff for
yeah.
Yep.
them.
Beastie
Yep.
Boys Sabotage, and you're welcome. So the other thing in terms of lineups here, I guess it was the warm-up jerseys. Well, let me just say New York's jerseys, trying to be a good neighbor here, they need work. Their warm-up jerseys were like Zuber stripes. And then the actual game jerseys were the ones where they just like as Christy says, right? How do you describe it? It's they went through
I think
the
you actually came up with this, but they went through the white shirt that went through the laundry with the red sock.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
just I
And didn't get clean either because there's like
yeah.
these weird, I don't know. I think last year I described Montreal's jerseys as depression in uniform form.
Yeah.
And I think that has gone to the Red Bulls this year for some
Yeah.
reason and in their away kit because whew, it's hard to look at, but
Yeah.
oh, there is that.
Well, they
But
didn't they didn't play particularly motivated in this game.
No.
no, it's funny because Raj Bennett often says that England needs a more inspiring national anthem, at least for soccer games, because "God Save the King and or Queen" is not terribly motivating.
Right.
I kind of was thinking the same thing about these jerseys.
Yeah.
exactly. Instill like a lot of confidence and motivation.
Yeah.
But ours do, and showed that 9 minutes in when
Nice segue.
dear old Indy, God bless him, on the rebound after a couple of blocks by
Oh
keeper
no.
and others, got that first goal.
Yeah. No, this was a well taken corner. Um, it seemed a little confused on the defense side for
Yeah.
the Red Bull.
Yeah.
And it came across to the far post. And I believe it was Macania who put a header to the ball.
I think it
And,
might have been.
he drove it down, but Cornell did a good job blocking
Yeah.
the first shot, and then the rebound just came right out to Vasilev, who quick reaction, just
Hmm.
powers it past the keeper, didn't give him a chance, found some
Hmm.
open space, and yeah, it was a was an efficiently worked corner kick.
Yeah.
But if even just throughout this whole game and throughout the first half, sure, the Union are just all over Red Bull.
Yeah.
As you're given, talking about this goal, it's hard not to just extend it for the entire first half. I mean, the Union were
Hmm.
just all over New York in this first half. Um, yeah, I don't want to get too far ahead. I've written down some like notes here and stuff like that. But like, so this goal was in the ninth minute. By the 17th minute, um, they put up a stat on the screen that Union had 68% of possession in this
Good
game.
Lord.
It was just, and we always joke around saying that the cameraman could just leave the camera facing the one end of the field and go take a coffee break. But I think he could literally do it this game because the first half, at least, it was
Right.
just the Union just running all over New York.
Yeah, this was not a very nervous making game for me.
Mm-mm.
Not, not to sound overconfident, but it just, there are some games where it's like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
I didn't really, I didn't really feel like that too often in this game. Um, and it's not just because it's Rebels. It just, yeah, there wasn't a lot of there.
Yeah. I have a
So,
quote here from Max Brado saying, Union is winning across all categories in this game.
Yeah, it
That
really
was
felt
first
like
half.
that. It
And he
felt
went through
like that
them.
in the stadium.
Yeah.
The fans were into it. I will say that not the Red Bull section was not as populous as it usually is when they
oh,
come to
Mm,
interesting.
town.
Okay.
But they did show a bit and they had their drums. But uh, yeah, I mean that ninth minute goal took a lot of the air out of anything that was going to be coming from the Red Bull fans. And then the Union just kept pouring on the
yeah.
pressure, and then it was going to get worse
Yeah, it would.
as the $3 million man would prove his worth. I'll admit the
24th
3.5,
second
minute.
goal. When did this one happen?
24th.
24th.
Okay, they never did a replay on it as far as like a VAR,
Mm,
so I assume it was all legit.
yeah.
Hmm.
He was riding that onside line though, and that pass was it Lukic that made the pass
He made the final one. It was like a string of three quick passes.
Quinn got the credit on the broadcast.
on the assist?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
really? Because
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
couldn't remember who it was in the midfield who split the Red Bull defense or wrapped it around
okay.
the center
Yeah.
defender. Damiani just made a brilliant run. Like
Yeah.
he's done this all season. He's been in good positions, and this goal felt like it finally paid off.
Hmm.
For those who didn't see it, it was a leading pass through the center of the New York defense, probably 30, 40 yards out, and Damiani ran onto it. I think he
Keeper
took
was
one
coming in.
touch. Did he take one touch before he finished it?
I feel like it was just perfectly placed and he just, followed the ball
And the
until he got
keeper
to,
came out, but
yep.
didn't quite pressure him totally. The defender didn't quite close him down enough, and
Yeah.
Damiani kind of chips it over the keeper and to his right and just into the net. And it
Yeah.
was, it's his fourth goal, I think, of the season. So
Yes.
the dollar per goal amount is dropping a bit,
It is
Kristen.
dropping. It
Went
is
down by
dropping. Yeah. Now I have to do math.
33%.
Yeah. So I don't think that wasn't the first thing I thought. Oh, well, actually, the first thing I thought was, oh, good, run of play. And then I thought, okay, let me do the math.
That's
Eight hundred
enough.
and fifty thousand or
Thank you.
so.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that.
Although they did,
So
they the announcer did said they paid Union paid 4 million for him, which just makes
Okay.
the math easier. So,
no,
but if it was Chris, you
that's
pointed out it was like 3.5 or
3.5. I
yeah,
Was
said
it?
it immediately because I was already mad at the announcers at this point, but
yeah. We are
that'll
going to
come up
talk about
shortly.
that.
I
Um,
thought it was 3.4. That's why I said 850. So
Yeah,
3.5 would be $875,000 per
there you
goal.
go. It's dropping. It's dropping. We like it. I was
this
just
Under a
thrilled.
million.
this episode is brought to you by QuickBooks for all your accounting needs.
I was just thrilled he got it in the run of play. God
Yeah,
love
me
him.
too.
Okay, now there is a note here that I would love one of you to share about what they shared about Damiani's family.
Okay, so this was Damiani's mom's first game at Subaru Park.
Oh, I did not know
So
that.
yes, and she was
Oh,
supposed to leave uh earlier than this, but he wanted her to see him play. So
oh,
they extended her stay and she was supposed to come to the Wednesday game, which of course didn't happen. But they were able to extend it so she could come and see this. And they did the little post-game interview with him, and the whole time she's standing behind him, stand like up in the stands holding like his national flag. Just
Oh,
and they're holding it. It's very cute. And I was so glad that yeah, I mean we've joked about pray for semi joked about pray for Damiani
yeah.
and everything else. It made it extra. I mean, not only run a play, but in front of his mom. It was just really nice to see and
now I
to hear that
believe
story.
wasn't there a post on social media, the union social media, when she arrived,
There
and
was. Yeah.
he picked her up at the airport.
Hmm.
And yeah, so he's a little bit of a mama's boy, and it's nice that he got to show off a little in front of her.
Exactly.
Yeah, good for him. Good for
Love it.
him. Hope she enjoyed it.
Yep.
Scores the goal. Was like, Mom, did you see it? Mom, are you looking? Over
I
here, Mom.
I
Mom.
think he may have blown her a kiss. I
Ah,
think they did show a little replay of that. I
no.
have to look back, but yeah,
Oh,
so
that's very
so
sweet.
yeah, very sweet. But and very sweet for us because 2-0 at this point. Yay.
Of course, I don't know about you guys, but that immediately makes me get worried,
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
that early.
yeah, yeah. I
I
don't know.
mean, the ninth minute goal at the beginning, the whole adage about, you can score too soon, you can score too early. I was worried about that a little bit, but then when the way the Union would play, I'm like, oh my gosh, we are running this game. Then
Hmm.
we get that second goal, and like Christy said, I wasn't feeling worried. Um, but
Interestingly, technically, neither of them in the takeoff or landing time of the first half.
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
guess
was gonna
technically,
say.
yeah,
Yeah, not
yeah.
our usual thing. So I'm all for it being out of the ordinary. That's
Hmm.
fine with me.
Yeah. I
Um,
I do know we were hoping for a third one just to put the icing on the cake because it started getting more and more physical. The Red Bull did get their press going a bit better towards the the end of that first half. The Union were struggling a little bit to maintain possession and to develop good attacks. So yeah, definitely a little. Not that the Union ever stopped dominating, but it just wasn't as effective as it had been in
Hmm.
the early stages of the first half.
right.
Yeah, it was definitely a different Red Bull team in the second half than the
I thought their
first half.
defending got a lot more solid too.
Yep, yep.
Who's defending?
Red Bulls.
Yeah, New
Yeah.
York did.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, seeing as
Yeah.
how they had no attack in the first half, because I
Hmm.
did see that stat that they didn't record a shot in the
Yeah.
first half.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And yeah, I don't remember the last time that happened for the Union where they just totally blanked out a team. But so, definitely the second half, Red Bull came out with a little bit more aggression,
Hmm.
both in the game and in the foul territory.
Yeah. What was the yellow card count in this game? It was
2-2,
that was
according
it. Yeah,
to
two to
Red
two.
Bull,
Okay.
or
I felt
according to
like
the
there were
MLS.
more. Yeah, and then just a quick, again, perennial praising of Danley in this game. Yeah, this guy and he and Lucas together, I just totally dig it. And he had some really nice long passes. The guy
Yep.
hustles. I didn't get a chance to look at his heat map. I'm sure it's basically all the grid points were filled in. Um,
It was just
Yeah.
a Boolean yes.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that I think that both he and Lukic, like Lukic had it at the beginning of the season, and Danley struggled with the forward passing. And I think between them, the two of them now, they've really kind of found their groove, and
Hmm.
their first pass is always forward,
Hmm.
almost almost to the point where it surprises them. There was at least one pass that Danley made that split like four Red Bulls defenders, and Damiani did not make the run because he figured there was no way
There's no
that was going
way.
to happen.
Yeah.
And you just saw that when it got through, Damian just looked up, kind of looked behind him, just kind of gave him a little clap, kind of gave him a my bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, Danley was a monster in this game
Yeah.
too.
Sorry, I just assumed physically what you were trying to do wasn't possible. My bad.
Yeah, but it's fun to see them playing with some
Yeah.
fun, playing with confidence, playing with a bit of a
Yeah.
swagger.
Yeah. Really. Absolutely. Yeah. Lucas too had one or two long range shots. So, yeah,
Yeah.
buddy cop, favorite buddy cop show right now.
Now they
Um,
finished the game. I can't remember. I think both of them stayed on, but there were
yeah,
some subs.
because Sullivan comes out and
Yeah.
Westfield comes in, and then Bedoya came out. No,
No, Damiani
No.
came out for well, Bedoya. No, Bedoya came in for Vasilev later on in the
oh,
game.
that's right, that's right.
Yeah. Quinn came out for Westfield and
Yes.
Damiani came out for Olivas
Okay,
at the
gotcha.
same time.
Which
And
he's a
then,
bit of a revelation.
mm,
He's been playing well the last couple of games, and
mm,
it's interesting that he got called in before Donovan did.
mm,
Yeah. What minute was that? That's out Sal.
73rd.
What was it?
73rd.
Okay, so he had a good 20 minutes of game time with
Yeah,
stoppage
Hmm.
to get some action. Definitely making that sub strengthen the Union's counter press.
yeah.
Yep.
And then I don't think we mentioned it yet, but Bedoya got his recognition at the start of the
That's
game.
right. That's right.
He played. When did he play his 300th game? Do you remember which one it
Hmm.
was?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
It's okay. I mean, it was recent, but it wasn't
Hmm.
this game. I think it was probably a game or
Yeah.
two ago.
I did try to find that and I couldn't. But yeah, it was about 2, 3 games ago. He was on the road for sure. So.
Yeah. So now that he's playing at home, they kind of recognized him before the game with a nice plaque, a nice framed jersey. I think it has all the players' signatures, and number 300 on it with Bedoya's name at the top. Because we've seen one of these before. I think only one other in the Union
Only
history.
one other in club history, and it was fairly recent.
Who was it?
Blake.
That's right.
Oh, that's right.
Andre
Yeah.
Yep.
Blake and
Yep.
Bedoya are now our only members of the 300 Club. So it was
Hmm.
cool to
Wow.
see him get that recognition, and then also to get a good amount of playing time, not a ton, but in this game he did come on for Vasilev.
Hmm.
And so yeah, the Union made some interesting subs. I do want to say all of us had one nice breakaway in the second
Oh,
half.
it
It
was
was
right
actually
there.
Hmm.
it was I think it was a throw in or that the Union won quickly, and I want to say it was Bedoya that
Bedoya
pushed
fed
him
him the
through.
ball.
And all of us, he looked like he's going to get I mean, it was a good opportunity. It was a
Yeah.
good opportunity. It was a great run. It was an opportunistic run, and just a little off on his finish, but it's always fun seeing these young guys get out there and take their
Yeah.
chances.
Yeah. I mean, and kudos to Cornell too, because made a good save to stop it.
Yes.
Um,
But
yeah.
even Raffanello, who was another late sub, he
Hmm.
had a shot.
Yeah.
I don't know if it ended up getting to the keeper or not, but he took a shot. And yeah, the Union kept the pressure on,
Yeah.
and they made some
Hmm.
subs to keep the pressure on upfield.
Yeah.
So the Red Bulls
Hmm.
never really had a whole lot of opportunities. Although I do think they ended up with 8 shots in total, but only one of them required a save, and Andre made that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's good to
I
see
would,
a boring game for Andre.
yeah, exactly. I vision like this scene where like Andre's sitting at a table having a cup of tea, and then you hear like Vivaldi in the background, and like, oh, I'm sorry, and just has to stick it one hand out to deflect a shot, and then he goes back to like more crumpets.
Yeah. So good on the Union. Nice, nice, nice win.
Really was nice to see.
Well,
So we had, I guess, Indy selected to bang the drum at the end of the game. Um, Indy and McCanya selected for team of the match day.
On the bench, but
yeah,
yes,
We'll take it.
we'll
We'll
take
we'll
it.
take it.
take it.
And maybe most importantly of all, Union back in first place.
Yeah, right. I guess there were a
Hmm.
couple, other variables floating out there in the league that had to happen for this to be in first. But yeah, it's good to
Right.
be back in first.
We'll take it.
And I believe they're in first in
Supporter
the
Shield.
supporter shield.
Wow.
Oh, please
This
hold. Hold on. Let's
this
see.
does feel like a nice a nice reboot. Or maybe it's too strong of a word, but like, we had lost two games. I know we had the Open Cup game, but that didn't happen. So hey, nice to end a two-game losing streak with a win over New York.
Absolutely.
Hmm. And yes, back in first for the Supporters Shield officially. So,
Nice.
Although technically Miami has three games in hand, but
oh,
they would need to score five points to tie the Union in those three games. So they would need to win two of those three in order to catch up to the Union in a points per game.
how do they
Well,
have 5 games in hand?
They have
like
three games in hand. They've played 19.
if this is
Wait,
Messi's
hold
last
on. Oh,
season in
3 games.
MLS, they're going to want to make sure they, give him as
Okay, I
much of an
still say
opportunity to get supporter shield.
yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to step on you. My mouth's hanging open here. So, oh, not 5, but 3. But how do they have 3?
If
That's
I
like
said five, I misspoke.
I don't know. Either way, it's a lot.
But
So,
either way, Eric, I do agree with you. It does seem like the MLS writers are trying to set up a Miami late run and a Messi MVP run and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
oh God,
The
no.
man is the GOAT for a reason, and
Yeah.
Yeah, but
cannot deny that. It's
Yeah.
it's
just a little.
fine. Look, he got his World Cup. Can't
It's
he
a
just leave the rest of us alone? That's what I'm saying. That's what he wanted. He got it. He got all the other stuff. Sorry.
You just
it's
Sorry.
our
want
time. It's our time down here.
to cursive handwriting.
Even I didn't get that one.
Oh, you didn't get that one? No.
No.
This is our time. Our time down here.
Goonies never say die.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Now I. Oh, yeah, I definitely got that. Oh, Lord. All right.
So
Before we depart this game entirely, I do have to once again take issue, and no, Eric
Please
does
do.
too.
I feel like
It's a C rant.
we got to give
Yeah.
this bit a name. This is like, um,
Cripes. I mean, this was just,
announcer,
I don't know. I have it
I
as
don't know,
atrocious announcing, which I think is
Seething.
a
I don't
thing.
know.
It was,
seethings.
it's not just me. Eric said the same,
True.
he said the same thing. Like, it was, when you watch a movie and something happens and it just kind of takes you out of it, like some
Yeah.
scene is just sort of out of place or something like that. And this was, Eric turned to me at one point and said, this is just taking me out of it because the announcers for Apple, and this is what we get for not watching it live, our apologies to Dave Leno.
Yeah, right. Hashtag
Again,
Dave
hashtag
Leno
apologies to
for Apple TV.
hashtags and hashtag apologies to Dave Leno. But and Matt Damon while we're at it. But really couldn't pronounce the names of our team
Oh,
to save their lives. I mean, and here's the thing: like you used to see Arlo White, if you would follow him on social media at all, when he was a commentator for Premier League, he had his big handwritten,
yep.
boards where he had not only stats but the team,
Phonetic
the players'
spellings.
names phonetically spelled out. Dave Leno does the same thing. I'm sure
Yeah.
lots of people do some variation on
Yep.
that, whether it's electronic
But
or handwritten.
yep.
But apparently, you don't do that for Apple, because Kai Wagner,
Can
the
I
whole game,
can I
Kai
just look?
Wagner.
I just want to just jump in real quickly. I
Why?
appreciate trying to pronounce people's names and the way, that's how it
Hmm.
was pronounced growing up, 100%. When it's a non-English name and it's here, and if you do that, great. And if you can't do it right, then just do the Anglo pronunciation. You don't, it's okay. And
Right.
so you don't even have to do the Wagner thing. You could just say Wagner. That's fine. But Christy, sorry.
But this is a guy who does I'm sorry, what is his
Max
name?
Bretos.
Max Bretos
Oh my God, it
does,
was Max
Max
Brados?
Bretos.
yeah. So he does generally try to do names pronounced
Because I think
close
he
to
speaks
correctly.
Spanish. He's yeah.
Yeah, so not German, I get it, but
Yeah.
but Kai Wagner was just
Wagner.
kind of mystifying. And then we got into Jean-Jacques.
Jean-Jacques. I was
Oh
like, wait,
man.
what?
I mean, a minimum of research, a minimum. And then this one was understandable because it is
Yeah.
his name, but still, Francis Westfield.
Francis Westfield.
Francis. I've never heard anybody call him Francis.
I mean, is it just that Brados hasn't covered any Union games
I
since
think
But
that's what it
19
is. I
if
think
it's
that's what
and
it
your
is.
job,
Yeah.
you
shouldn't you
have a
have a
whole week?
phonetic list? If you don't have any other stats, shouldn't you have a phonetic list
Oh,
somehow
absolutely.
on an
Because
iPad that it's applied by your employer, Apple, presumably? It's- anyway, sorry. It was, I know it sounds dumb and like I'm being, superficial, but well, I have one more thing then too. But come on. Come on, guys.
They should be professional. I think one of the
Okay.
things is like as Union fans, we have absolutely been spoiled by the quality of
oh,
announcers that the Union
Oh,
have
yeah.
had for
100%.
their entire time. The fact
100%.
that they pulled
Mhm.
JP Dellacamera
I mean,
as their number one,
Yeah.
like he's an all-time number one announcer, and
Yeah.
that guy trained. He trained Alejandro Moreno.
Marino,
He
yeah.
trained Taylor
hmm
Twellman.
Taylor
He
Twellman.
hmm
trained, well, Higginbotham had some experience, but he trained, even still, he brought Higginbotham into the MLS side of things.
hmm
Like, we were so spoiled to have somebody as
Yeah.
great as JP. And I'm sure that Dave Leno would flag JP's
hmm
experience and his training is why Dave does it so well these days. Because I remember
Yeah.
hearing I can't remember if it was Twellman or Moreno talking about learning under Della Camera because exactly what you're saying, Christy. He
hmm
would write them out phonetically
Mm.
because it's silly. You wouldn't think you have to tell people this, but when you write things down, oftentimes you never need to actually read them again because you've already known them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's very true. It's very true. So that, and then combined with the ultimate sin, but this was a little more personal for me, that when Ali was subbed on, he called him Old Man Alejandro Bedoya. I will say that without any sense of being cute or irony or qualifying it like, oh no, we're old pals or something,
Exactly.
anything like that. Just nothing. Just old man Alejandro Bedoya. That was it, flat out. No joke, no nothing. And I was like, that was when I yelled F you at the TV. Because I had had enough
Well,
at that point.
the other Max Bretos quote I had down here was quote, it was talking about somebody was quote sitting there pacing. I was
That's right.
like
I
this is
forgot
a
about
Yogi
sitting there.
Bear, like
Oh,
sitting there
somehow I missed
pacing.
sitting there
I
pacing.
mean,
Yeah, it was damnable. This
it
this
was
was
I
bad.
mean,
So
I know I'm getting a little petty, but
so anyway, that's I guess that's enough of a sidebar. I
yeah.
don't want to cut
Mm.
at you offy,
I'm
but like
trying to
I
work in because it won't about the 75th minute when the Union were comfortably in position to win this game. The Sons of Ben broke out the "Go back to New
Nice.
Jersey,
Nice.
go back to New Jersey" a chant, and I was like, "Is there some way we can work that in for the Apple TV announcers?" I'm blanking on what that might be, but. Like just get Danny doing all of the games at this point,
Yeah.
I
and
mean, he was doing them for a long
he
time, and I
was.
really
Yeah.
much preferred that because he didn't necessarily show favoritism, but you could
No,
tell he knew the team,
He knew the
and I
team. Yeah.
I was fine with it. So,
yep.
but
And there are
again,
some announcers on Apple TV that do a decent job, even with the Union and others. Now, I haven't watched Higginbotham covering other teams, but like I am confident that he knows to go ahead and write out the names phonetically, and
yeah,
have
oh,
something worth talking about before you open your
100%.
mouth.
So I will say for the last game, we did get a message from friend of the pod, Nate, who actually watched it. We will watch it with Dave Leno whenever it's a home match and we're watching it live or relatively live. He actually watched it with the Nashville local coverage.
Hmm.
radio coverage, and he found that to be very interesting to see like what their take on it was,
Hmm.
and just like they were incensed by some calls that didn't go Nashville's way, and I think he found that a little more interesting than the Apple coverage. So, if you feel like potentially irritating yourself, I guess, or if you have a good temperament, and you want to see how the other half lives, like consider that as an option too. But I think unless Danny's in there, or maybe Taylor, I would say skip it at this point and go for some other coverage, or do what my mom does and just sync up your iPad to so you can listen to Dave Leno for every single game. Um, anyway, that's end rant.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
so in other news, I think really the only other thing is that CJ only has been loaned to USL's Lexington SC, and that is as of July 11th for the rest of the season.
Right.
So, wasn't really getting playing time, so
Yeah.
hopefully that's, a good thing for him. Um,
So Lexington, is that MLS Next or is that USL?
it's USL.
So, hopefully that's a little higher competition level than MLS Next because, the word from, Jillian and Kyle is that he's really good, but maybe
Hmm.
he's just not quite MLS ready. And it's a very crowded Union midfield at this point. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
it's tough to find a spot there. So hopefully this will give him a good playing time and at a good level.
Yeah, that would be great for him. I'm sure he'd rather do that than warm a bench for
Exactly.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so next game is, oh my God, tomorrow as we
Tomorrow.
record.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Which means
yikes,
I'll
I
get
keep
this
forgetting.
posted on Thursday, but
Yeah, right. So we'll try not to do that, but who
no.
knows? So Union versus Montreal at home, 7:30 p.m. Be there, be square. Montreal is 15th or last place in our division, I guess.
Yeah.
So um, with gee, 2 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw in the last however many
Seven
that adds
games.
up to
Yeah.
games.
Yeah. They're kind
Sorry.
of, I mean, they're at the bottom.
Yeah.
Refresh my memory. This is Fabian Herbers is on this team, right? This the is the
I don't know.
I thought he was with them then.
Hold on, I'm
Or
looking.
did he go to Toronto? I know he went to one of the Canadian teams.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. He's with Montreal.
he's with Montreal. All right, so he'll
Yes.
be
Hmm.
bringing that fire in his belly down to Philadelphia. So it'll be nice to see him. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys want to see in this game?
I think a Union win.
I'd be
Um,
disappointed if they didn't
Yeah,
win.
I mean, they're current Montreal's currently in last place. Um, I would like a goal from one of the strikers. Hopefully either Baribo or Damiani.
yeah,
Hey, if both of them want to score, that would be great.
yeah.
Um, and maybe see where Orr is at this point. Is he healthy enough to get at least some sub minutes? That might be nice.
Mm. A Lukic goal is always fun too.
Hmm.
Mm.
Nice.
That would be just a fun thing to see. But I mean, not to get cocky. I know any given Wednesday, I guess at
Yeah.
this point, um, anything can happen. But I don't think there's anybody that like earlier in the season was like, kind of like, I want to see more from Indy. I want to see Damiani score in the run of play. It's like, I think a lot of that has happened. So I don't have one particular person who I feel like I need to call out.
I
I
mean,
would agree with that.
I definitely, I want to see the Union win this one. Just kind of solidify the turn of, there's that 2 game losing streak. So we beat New York on Saturday. Let's now keep going with another home win against last place Montreal. 'Cause that's just, not that we should win this game. I'm putting air quotes around should, but it'd be a good way to, like, yeah, keep this momentum going. Um, that and I wouldn't mind seeing Burrito get another goal to kind of keep the golden
Mm,
boot race going.
hmm
Because I don't know if he's still at the top of it or not. I know they mentioned that he was contending for a Golden Boot. Um, but
But then
I'd
he
like
had
to
a
see
long
him.
hiatus, so
Yeah,
Yeah, and Surge had a bunch of goals. So no, it would be good to see Baribo get his
yeah,
scoring boots back on.
yeah. And then after the Montreal game, Union are traveling down to Houston for Saturday, um, going against Houston Dynamo, which will be a little
Getting
bit
to
of
go
a
visit Jack McGlynn.
exactly, yeah.
Uh,
Um,
Houston's sitting in 10th place in the West with 26
yeah,
points. So you've got to, except for the fact that they're playing in Houston, you got to think that Union
yeah,
are favored to get something out of that game.
yeah. Although I guess Jack does have a bit of buzz going on around him, and I'm sure he's going to want to, ride that wave against his old club.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
yeah, that'll be interesting to see.
Well, I could see that more of a, hey guys, check out what I can do now versus like not the Fabian Herbers method of reuniting with the previous club.
I get angry and
And angry, yeah,
yeah,
hopefully
yeah,
angry.
a little less
Uh,
angry. Yeah.
but
Um,
yeah, I agree. I'd like to see our momentum, our winning, at least not losing in that game. Um, that's like 4 whole days away. That's
yeah, that's might as
yeah,
well be a year. Um, Ty is still tied, no pun intended,
Really?
for second place
oh,
spot.
Okay.
for second place.
So leaders are Lionel Messi.
Yeah,
Um, I really don't have a problem with them, guys. I really don't.
I know.
It's just all the stuff we've talked about many times. I won't go
Yeah.
into it again. So it's Messi and Sam Surge from Nashville both each have 16 goals.
Oh,
Unfortunately, at least a few scored against us. But yeah,
so
there's a
who's
big
Burrito tied with then?
Evander from Cincinnati.
Oh,
Oh boy, here's a name. That sure is a name. Jovelik, Jovelijic, Jovelijic, Sporting KC.
Jovic.
Thank you. It
I
looked
think
a
it's
lot more
pronounced
complicated.
Fagner.
Smith.
I'm not a paid commentator, so it's
No, that's right.
okay. I am of Polish extraction. You'd think I'd get closer. But yeah, thank you. So Sporting KC and Ty and that's it. And then
Mm,
Kuipers is still hanging in there. He's got 12. There's a few folks tied for 12 goals, and then it goes on from there. But
mm.
um
So all the more reason to see Ty get a goal,
That would be fun.
yep, that'd be
preferably off
great.
of a assist from Kai, and then we can
Yeah,
talk about the Kai tie again.
yep, that'd be wonderful.
Does
Get
feel like
back
it's
to
been
that.
a little while.
It
It has,
has.
and I'm
It has.
thirsty, so I would like to see one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. Do we have anything else for this week?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Bunch of Union soccer to go. Uh, nice to see the Union keep their winning ways against Red Bull for sure.
And
Yep.
yeah, and make sure you Google Beastie Boys sabotage.
That's your homework. You won't
See
regret it.
all y'all.
Okay, well then our website is amorephillyunion.com. So you can send us questions, comments, nice mail
Haikus.
via email or on socials, especially Insta. That's probably where we hang out the most. We'll be sure to include them on the pod. So our email is pod@amorephillyunion.com. On Instagram, YouTube, and Threads and Bluesky Social, we are Amorephilly Union. And we have a Spotify playlist that collects the musical stylings that we add to our Instagram posts. So it's a little all over the place. We went with I was in a Wes Anderson moment last week,
Yeah,
so
that's right.
that's where it ended up. But yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. Check it out. It's looks like our podcast, but has musical notes on the logo. And if you want some Morefield Union swag, check out our online store. You can go to our website and find a link there, and also via our link tree on our socials. So download and subscribe to our podcast wherever you get yours, Apple, Spotify, and all the biggies. And while you're at it, go show some love to one of our favorite forces for good in the world, the Philadelphia Union Foundation. You can check them out at philadelphiaunionfoundation.org. So thanks everyone for tuning in for another episode of Amorephilly Union. We are your hosts. I'm C.
I mean,
And I'm Paul.
Union.
Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA.
start.